Good morning there, boys and girls. It's hot outside today. Welcome to another absolutely phenomenally interesting sort of episode of Adventures of the Broken Retired. Certainly do appreciate the fact you could be here. Adventures of the Broken Retired should be up there somewhere. I can't see it, but it should be up there. So today, I'll tell you what happened today. I got up, I went to hang out by the drugstore. Went outside, worked in the garden for a little while. In fact, there's a video. You'll have a video about it pretty soon. I recorded it. The pool pump garden, it looks fantastic. We're pulling 10 or 15 cherry. I know 10 or 15 cherry tomatoes is not many. But when you grew them yourself, one is many. Anyhow, we've been pulling them out of there. I pulled some more out of there this morning. And I weeded it and had a talk with the plants and retied them. Went and checked on Ed and Barney. Ed and Barney were really wanting to go back in the house. And when I went to the store this morning, Ed and Barney absolutely love. There's these rib bones that you can buy. They're real bones wrapped in cellophane. Still got a little bit of dried up something on them. They love those things. They're $5 a piece. They love those things. And I get them for them every chance I can. I don't get it too much because I don't want them to get sick of it. You know what I mean? I want it to be a treat. But I get them for them often. As a matter of fact, today I had a choice. They had a big, huge sirloin strip, I think it was, maybe the London broiler, on sale for $10. A big old chunk of red meat, an inch thick, had it on sale for $10. I had a choice. I could either buy that, or I could buy Ed and Barney each a bone. Now, keep in mind, this is Adventures of the Broke and Retired. So money, you gotta watch what goes on with money. So I gotta be careful. So anyway, I put the meat back, and I went ahead and got Ed and Barney the bones, and they were out there laying on the sidewalk by the gate while I was working in the garden, and they really they wanted to go back in the house. Well, I got them those bones, and I unwrapped them and I stuck them in their dog food pens, dog food bowls in their pens, and lucky them. I got a text a couple minutes ago from the lawn guy, and he said he'd be here in 30 minutes. He texts us when he's coming so we can put the dogs up. So we let them in and put them in their pens, and they've got these big, beautiful, fresh rib bones. And they run in their pens, and they turn around, and they look at the bone, and they looked up at Amy, and they looked back at the bone, and they look up at Amy, and then they lay down and get the bone out of the dog bowl and commence to chewing. And they will ignore you now until the bone's gone completely. It's wonderful to see them enjoy that stuff like that. Anyhow, so let's get to the point of today's Adventures of the Broken Retired. Right here. There's the still working on the Toolbox rehab. Those are the drawers. Yesterday, I got to look at them and clean them up a little bit, and I did the degreaser on the front of them. Then, of course, you got to let the degreaser dry, which you got to rinse it off, then let it dry, which I did. I let it dry overnight. So now today, it's going to be sand them down and put some primer on. Sand them down, put the metal conditioners to hopefully stop the rust, and get some primer on them. Then tomorrow, I'll be able to paint them, put them back in the box. That box will be done. And once that box is done, all this stuff right here from that toolbox, that toolbox is going to stay where it's at. Trying to figure, there we go. All this stuff is going to go away. This is coming down. That shelf is coming down. All that stuff up there is coming down. And all those toolboxes, there's 11 of them altogether. All those toolboxes, whoops, there we go. All those toolboxes are going to get lined up and go right there. Then I'm going to start filling them up. And if I end up with an extra toolbox, I'll sell it. But I doubt it will, because I have all of that. I can't see what the camera's showing right now, but I have all of that that's got to have something done with it. I need to put that stuff away, because on that bottom shelf where that green 5-drawer box is, that's another toolbox. I didn't count that one. I have 12. That right there is all. Most of that is going to be taken down, and the workbench is going to go there. And right over there, I'm going to run an electrical outlet, and I'm going to get an upright freezer and put an upright freezer right there. Or I may put the upright freezer in this corner. But if I put the freezer, but that corner is off at a 45. That's just a bad spot to put it. So I can't put it right there next to the door, because that's where the light switches are at. So I'll have to figure it out, but it'll be all right. But anyway, that's the plan. All that stuff up there has got to have something done with it. It's got to be moved away, thrown away, put away. And those bags up there are all full of tools, by the way. There's what? 1, 2, there's 4. There's at least 4 bags up there full of tools. All that stuff's got to be put away somewhere. So, what I will do is I hope that all came out, but I couldn't, right now I'm looking, set this down. Right now I'm looking into the phone. I can see, got dirt under my fingernails from the garden. I can see what I'm taking a movie of. Excuse me, I don't like this. I can see what I'm taking a movie of. But when I did the shelf up there, I'll look at the back of the phone. I couldn't see it. So let's get these drawers sanded and metal conditioned, and talk about getting some primer on them so we can get cooking here. Sit tight. So we'll speed it up, make the job go a little quicker. Don't bore you quite as much watching it all happen, but leave it in there because it's interesting to see. I'll find some music to go along here and be a little less monotonous than listening to my voice. So y'all hang on just a minute. Time to catch the little channel above the handle. what we've done here with these toolbox drawers so far is degrease them, sand them, put the metal canister on them. The metal canister's got to stay on there for 30 minutes. So I'm going to leave it on there 30 minutes and come back out and wipe it off. Turn the fans back on and wipe it off. Check to make sure I feel confident that everything is good to go. And put some primer on them. Put some tape. I got to tape the aluminum handles. And then put some primer on them. And then wait a few minutes. And do it again, do it again. I wonder if I have any primer. I should probably look into that. Anyway, I'll check into that and I'll be back in a little bit and we'll put some primer on these things. Well, boys and girls, let me tell you a story on how things happen. So, I put the metal treatment on and it has to sit 30 minutes. So I figured I'd give it 30, 45 minutes sitting out here. And that 30 or 45 minutes turned into 2.5 hours. I had to meet somebody for Marketplace. I had to go pick up something for Alex. I had to go pick up Matt from school. I had to do this. I had to do that. So that's the way things work. But I'm finally back out here and fixing to get with it here. All right. There we go, boys and girls. One coat of primer. We'll wait a few minutes and put the second coat on. The color switched on the primer because they didn't have, I always use gray primer, always. As far as I know, there's no difference between gray primer and red primer except for color. I'm not sure. I know that in this application it's not going to make any difference. But when I went and bought primer the other day, they only had one can of gray. So I got gray and red. Well, boys and girls, it's been time. It's time to get after it. little pain on my hand, but it'll be all right. That's spam call. That's done for primer. So there's done with toolboxes for today. Get back to it tomorrow and get some color put on them. Then come back Sunday and peel the tape and put the box back together. So thanks a lot for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.